morning everyone here. This is Radha from MSc in Biotechnology, and currently I am doing my research in bacteria from the soil. Now here I am going to take botany for you all. तो सब लोग ready हैं? Everyone is ready here? So shall we start to take the lesson? Okay. So my first topic will be a sexual reproduction in flowering plants. You understand? Sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Sexual reproduction in flowering plant. Okay. So what do you mean by a sexual reproduction? See, in human, if you see, this is the female egg and this is male egg, right? This together fuse and forms zygote. Okay, this zygote develop into embryo. This is what happens in the human. Now we are going to see the same process in flowering plants. Okay, so before going into any topic, you need to have a mapping of a lesson in your mind. Okay, so first will be what are all we are going to study. Let's see. Structure of male and female flower. Understand? Next will be, once the structure is done, then formation of female and male gamete. Okay, next will be your pollination. What is the meaning of pollination? Here we use the fusion of two gamete. In flowering, pollination happens. Then we are going to study this types of pollination. Okay. Next will be your factor affecting a pollination. Okay. What are all the factor affect a pollination? Factor affecting pollination. Okay. Next will be outbreeding device. What is the meaning of outbreeding device? Is that, see, if you see in a single family, with the relation, marriages happens. You know, in that category, if you see, there will be a lot of recessive problem. In the same way, if the flower of a same plant, like suppose if you okay, so this one is the headings that you have to learn. I'm going to teach you. Okay, now let us see the structure of male and female flower. Okay, so okay, actually if you see, flower is of two types. Okay, unisexual, bisexual. This is dioecious. This is monoecious. What is the meaning of dioecious? Dio means two. Okay, two. Here if you see the plant, this is the actually a female flowering part. This one is a female flowering part. Now, okay, let me see. This is the filament, okay. Actually, this is the female organ. This is the female organ. Here is the place where the reproduction takes place in this organ. Okay, so this is the stigma. This is style. This tube is the style. Okay, and this is the ovary. And here your ovule will be there. Ovule, this is ovule, and this is the thalamus. The ovary where this is the thalamus where the ovary sits. Okay, now you see stigma and style and ovary. Okay, this together forms female reproductive organ. Understand? This is the calyx coral. Okay, female reproductive organ. Then it is known as what? Pistil or carpel. Carpel or pistil. Okay, this together forms a female reproductive organ, and this becomes a carpel or a pistil. The name of female organ is a carpel or a pistil. These three together forms the pistil or a carpel. Now you see, this is a calyx. Wait, just a minute. This is a sepal. This is petal. See, now sepal is known as a calyx. When a group of sepals are present, it is known as a calyx. Okay. This one is known as corolla. Okay. When a group of petals is present, then it is known as a corolla. In same way, this is called as a gynoecium. And okay, this is the gynoecium. Okay. Now you know this petal and sepal. Both together is a non-essential whorl. Why it is said to be a non-essential whorl? This sepal and petals. That means this one, calyx and corolla, because these two parts do not involve in the sexual reproduction. That is the reason it is known as a non-essential whorl. Okay. Now, as I told you, the flower will be a unisexual or the bisexual. So, what is a unisexual? See, now do you understand this one? Before coming to this, let me teach you the male organ part. This is the anther. This is the anther which is found here. It is found here, okay? Okay, now I have taken this part here. So this is anther, this is filament. This together is known as stamen. Now you see, Anther and filament together forms a stamen. This organ is known as a stamen, and this organ involved as a reproductive organ, as a male reproductive organ. Now here you see, this is the proximal end. Proximal end. And this is the distal end. Distal end. See, proximal means, in Hindi it is said pass. Distal means dur. A proximal end, suppose this is my body. Okay, leave that. See, here this is closer. Proximal end is closer to the organ, right? So it is known as a proximal end. And opposite to that will be a distal end. So that is the reason it is a distal end, and this is a proximal end. And this one is known as androecium. If more than one stamen is present, it is known as androecium. Androecium. Understand? Now let us come to this. Dioecious and monoecious. Dioecious means both the male and the female flower present, both the male and female organ present in the same flower. Understand? Present in the same flower. This is the right example. Hibiscus is the right example where you can see both the male and female organ present in the same flower. See, this is actually, you can say, a hibiscus flower. Now that is known as a dioecious. Now what is a bisexual or the monoecious? The flower, see, monoecious means, you can see, monoecious. Suppose this is the plant. This is the plant, right? Here in the same plant, male will be separate and the female flower will be separate. Okay? Understand? Next here will be your here the stamen flower will be a different, and here the sometimes self pollination is also happened, means the pollen grain sits on this, and then the pollination happens and the fertilization will start to happen. So this is known as on the same plant, the different male flower will be at a different place, means two flowers, male flowers and female flower are present in the same plant. Okay, and the dioecious means this one, both the male and female organ will be in the same flowers. You understand? This is all about. Next, there is one more point I need to add, is that, so everyone is done this one, please copy it. Please copy it. This is very, very important. Now, two more point is there. Let me, and you know, what do we, okay, so this one is done. Now one more, this thing is there. Two more point is there. Male reproductive. See, you don't need to see this. See, next one will be a megasporin. Megasporophyll. Microsporophyll. See, this is another 2 point which is given in your NCERT. Just see, mega means female, spore, fill means leaf, means, you know, this is the male sporo. This is actually megasporophyll means, before in 100 to 200 century before, if you see, now some flowers you can see it has undergone a evolution means first it was in a plant leaf form. After a certain evolution, the leaf by itself becomes a flower. So that is reason mega means female spore leaf. From the leaf the mega flower has come. Okay. In the same way, micro means female. Bachcho understand? Sporophyll means leaf. Understand? Sorry, this is the male. Understand? This is very important point. Before, if you see the plant, now the plant will be in leaf form, and it has taken some certain evolution to form a flowers. So if it is a mega, then it is a female spore leaf. It is said to be that, and if it is it has the flower which has come through the leaf, then it is known as a microsporophyll. Understand? This is what this is all about. Now the structure is done. Okay. Structure is done. Structure of female flower is done. Now male flower. Let us take the male flower. Male. That is megasporangium. Right? Microsporangium. Microsporangium. Micro means, you understand now, micro means male. Now this is the anther, right? This is the anther. Okay. This is the anther and this is the filament, right? Now this we are going to cut this and going to see this. Now this is one lobe and this is another lobe. That means it is a bilobe, right? It is a bilobe. So when you cut this and see the cross section of it will be like this. It will be like this. So let me draw the structure here. Here there are three protective layers. Here there are three protective layers. Now see. This one is epidermis or exothecium Okay. This one, the second layer is known as endothecium. And this will be the middle layer. And this one is a tapetum. And here you can see, here is the microsporangium tissue. Okay. Now you see the three layers is there, no? Endodermis, endothecium and the middle layer. The main role of this is to protect the pollen grain. See, exothecium protect the layer. Now you see endothecium. This endothecium has some inner thickness. It is having some inner thickness. Okay. It is only since it is having a alpha cellulosic layer. That is the reason it is thicker at its inner wall. You know the main function of this is to this endothecium, when the pollen grain is ready, that means when the here this is the pollen, this is the pollen grain, okay, and this is the tissue where the our target pollen is here, okay. So when the pollen is prepared for it to have an fertilization, what will happen? This endothecium layer will get dry. It becomes a dry and it becomes a shrink like this. Once when the pollen is ready to release, it breaks and the pollen grain is released. That is the main function of endothecium. You all understand? Now the middle layer. What is the function of middle layer? Middle layer is ephemeral in nature. Ephemeral. What is the function meaning of ephemeral? Ephemeral. Ephemeral means it is a short-lived. Short-lived. Ephemeral means short-lived. Do you know why it is a short-lived? It provides a lot of nutrient to our target pollen grain. So that is the reason it is a short-lived. You all understand? Now this one is done. Now tapetum. This is the tapetum. Okay. Here there is a connective tissue is there. This one is known as a connective tissue. Connective tissue. Okay. See, it will be like this small. It will be like this. And here there will be a lot, 3 layers, middle layer, 3 layers. Okay. And this is the tapetum. Tapetum will be like this. 2 nucleus will be present here. 2 nucleus. So in tapetum, if you see, it is a binucleated. It is tapetum. Tapetum. It is a binucleated. Binucleated. It is polyploidy. It is polyploidy. Polyploidy. It is a polyploidy. And this tapetum, you know, it has lot of genetic material. Has a lot of genetic material. Genetic material. You know what it will do? This tapetum, you know, it will first take care of itself and also the growing pollen. It also takes a growing pollen. Now please listen carefully. This is the, what is this? What is this I told? What is this I told? This is the microsporangium tissue. This microsporangium tissue, you know, it becomes a pollen grain. You know why? How it comes? When the pollen grain is ready, matured to released, then it becomes, then as microsporangium is said to be a pollen sac. Pollen grain or sac. Now one more point I forgot to tell you. See, this is one lobe and this is another lobe. This is third lobe and fourth. The lobe is known as a sac or theca. Sac or theca. Understand? So how many theca sac are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it is a tetratheca. It is tetratheca. Understand? Tetratheca. Understand everyone? Now this is the our target is to release this pollen. Now this is the structure actually. Now how we are going? Now let us see the embryo megasporangenesis. Microsporangenesis. Okay, micro means female, spore means spore formation, genesis. Now genesis. Let us rub this. Sporogenesis. What is the meaning of this? To release the pollen. How the pollen is getting formed. Understand? How the pollen is going to form. That pollen, if the pollen is formed, what will be the next? I will tell you. Now, So let us take this or feature out. Take. So it will be like this, right? It will be like this. Understand? So this become a what? This become a what? Just a minute, bacche. I want to take some water. So just a few minutes. Okay. Now we have taken. It will be like this only. Here it will be like this. Okay. It will be present like this. So shall I rub this? Shall I rub this off? Okay. I have taken this here out, and from here the embryogenesis happens. Embryogenesis means, microsporogenesis means the spore will get released. See this one, no? This one becomes microspore mother cell, known as microspore mother cell. Microspore mother cell or MMC. Okay, this we have taken. Okay, this is actually a diploid. This is 2n. Okay, this undergoes a meiosis to form a 4 cells. Okay, 4 cells, 4n. Understand everyone? So this is microsporogenesis. Now this one, undergoes a mitosis. Single. This 3 is not required. Mitosis undergoes a first mitosis. Okay. Then when it undergoes a first mitosis, it becomes 2 nucleus is formed. Okay. Understand? And this by itself goes a arrangement, forms a, one will be here and one will be here. This is vegetative cell, and this is generative. Okay. Now here if you see, okay, I am rubbing this off. I am rubbing this. Okay. Now this one, please listen carefully. Please listen to me very carefully. This vegetative, the whole cell is going to form a 2-layer. Okay, 2-layer. Okay. Here no, this it will be like this. Generative cells will be like this. Okay, and 2 layers will be formed. Okay, 2 layers is formed. Okay, this is known as intine, and this is exine. And this is our cell. You know what happens? Intine is quite very soft, made up of CP. That means cellulose and the pectin. This intine is made up of cellulose and plus pectin. Okay, it is very soft. Okay, very soft. Now you see exine. Exine is very hard. Why it is very hard? It is hard since it is made up of sporopollenin. This is a protein found in the exine. This sporopollenin, it is highly resistant. Highly resistant means it is not broken by acid, alkali or anything. So this is the sporulin. Here there is a gap. Okay, this is the gap. Now you all understand this too. After this two layer is formed, it undergoes another second mitosis. Second mitosis. Second mitosis, when it goes, this generative cell divided into one more, and this becomes a gamete. Gametes, right? Now here if you see, one meiosis and two mitosis happens. Okay, understand? This become a gametes. So our gamete is ready. Now our male gamete is ready. Now it is ready to accept or ready to accept the male female. Okay, now when this fertilization takes place, now this is a stigma, right? These pollen, this is actually a pollen. If you see, pollen falls on this, then the pollination happens. So this from tomorrow I'll be taking the next half lessons. So let us stop with this.